Welcome to day 87 of our BitClout journey. And yesterday was kind of exciting, Brian. We saw BitClout hit a new record high of $200, which was really surprising for a lot of people. And also Red Party Hat put out some more information as to how BitClout's going to integrate NFTs. We still don't know exactly what the process will be or how the system will work, but there is more information out there. And also, Robert Breedlove, who's a Bitcoin maximalist, we talked about a couple of days ago, he claimed his account and then he rug pulled. And I mean, I think a lot of people were upset about that. We can talk a little bit more about that towards the end of this episode. But let's start off with NFTs. What happened yesterday, Brian?
Yeah, so if you're following the GitHub for the core script of BitClout, then you'll see changes when the developers make changes or they're testing things. You'll notice them, and that's exactly what happened yesterday. Some of the people on BitClout started noticing that there are changes to the GitHub. Red Party Hat, which is one of the coders for the BitClout core team, started making changes to the GitHub for the core script. And in it showed that they were testing NFTs. And there were four main transactions that took place yesterday around noonish, I guess. And it basically showed that NFTs are going to have unlockable text, which is interesting because I'm not exactly sure what that means. I know NFTs.
I was actually speaking to some artists yesterday. And I think the conclusion is that the unlockable text is simply going to be like a URL, or you can put anything in there. So say you have a piece of art and you're posting that art on BitClout. It can only be a certain resolution on BitClout, but you could have a link to a higher resolution, or maybe an animated or a movie or something that's higher quality. So I think that's what the text is. It can be like a URL or additional information for that NFT.
Yeah, other platforms do the same thing, I know. So that would make sense. Some others, like there are four main transactions. I said that was one of them. They were testing unlockable text. They were also it also showed that there's going to be the ability to mint an NFT as a one of one or one of many, so that you could mint an edition of say 100 of one piece you do and sell them all if you want. NFTs are going to be able to be traded, it appears, which is obviously needed if you're going to have an NFT marketplace of any kind. So that's kind of obvious, I guess. And you can set it so that royalties are paid back to you as the artist if they are traded. So say you sold a piece for $1,000, and then that somebody else buys it and then sells it to somebody else for $2,000. You could set it so you get a 10% commission on that, and all reoccurring sales is what I'm assuming. And the final thing I think is that each NFT is going to have a unique serial number. I'm guessing that that's just so they're easily trackable. And I think it's exciting. I think it's exciting for NFT artists. I'm still curious if they're going to allow users to turn their text posts into NFTs as well as kind of collectibles, because the white paper basically said you could buy users, creators, or you could buy posts. So I wonder if that's going to be NFTs, or is that a whole separate thing that they're going to work on?
I mean, it's kind of related. I mean, it should be. I mean, I don't know. Are people really wanting that? like, are people really going to want to buy somebody's post? I'm not sure.
I don't know. I think it's interesting in that if you were to do something where you could basically buy all posts, then it would give kind of a good variable for an algorithm to kind of bubble the top stuff to the top. But
That's a good point.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, like you could view like the top all-time posts, and it could be by price that post sold for. I mean, I think it'd be cool if you buy creator coins in the posts. Like, a post has creator coins. But
Right.
I mean, this is all stuff that could be added down the line as well. They can't do everything at once, but there's so many different possibilities. And I was talking in a Clubhouse room the other night, and what I see, when you hear NFT, you think about art and you think digital art, but an NFT is just a token that's associated with an asset. So it doesn't have to be a piece of digital art, could be pretty much any asset in the whole universe. So say you're a band and you want to sell tickets. You could associate NFT tokens with each ticket and then sell them on the platform. And that can benefit your coin price, because I know there's going to be something in there to kind of lock a portion of the revenue into the artist's coin. And if they do have a way to allow artists to pay coin holders a percentage of that revenue, that means every ticket sale, a percentage of that sale could be given to the artist's top coin holder. And that's just one example. There's so many different things that could be done with this. And I think, people just aren't even thinking of how this can be utilized on the platform yet.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. And I think we just got to wait and see where it heads. And I'm guessing something's going to be coming out very soon. Usually when these changes are made like this, the feature actually appears within a week or two.
You think it's going to be next week?
I think it's possible it could be this coming week, but we'll see. I don't want to get ahead of ourselves.
All right. So the other news is BitClout hit 200 yesterday.
Yeah, I wasn't surprised looking at the order book on Friday. The bids were stacking. There are a lot of bids and there are very few asks between 180 and 200. So for it to hit 200, it didn't surprise me. I think once it breaks above 200, I think there's a good chance that it's going to keep rising for quite a bit. And I think the only thing that kind of made it pull back this morning is that BitClout's down quite significantly. It's down at about
Bitcoin. Because Bitcoin's down, right?
Yeah, Bitcoin. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so I mean, I saw BitClout was trading at, I think, 179 this morning. So it fell significantly. So it fell $21, which is approximately 10%, a little over 10% overnight. And now it's sitting at 181 approximately. And we might see it bounce back and test 200 again and then fall again, or maybe it'll bounce up and break 200. Nobody really knows, but it's fun to watch.
And kind of day traders call that filling the gap. So it goes from 180 to 200 in quick order. It has to kind of go back and bounce off that 180 again before it can keep going further. So maybe that's what's going to happen. Maybe not, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it's likely what happened is, the price went up over the weekend when there weren't as many traders trading. Excuse me. And then as people kind of woke up and realized the price was so high, they started selling. Oh, wow, I can get $200 for my BitClout. Maybe it's time to take some profits. So it falls, and then buyers are going to start coming in. Oh, wow, it has potential to go back. It was at $200. That means that it has potential to be worth $200. And I can get it at 180. Maybe I should be buying right now. So it's like a push and pull between, the two different sides, and it's going to be fun to watch as this progresses. And we probably
I would like to see some data from yesterday when it did hit 200, because at that point everybody's coin price went up about 7%. I'd be interested to see if there were a lot of sales. Did people see this and then just say, hey, Krasenstein coin $6,200, I'm going to sell it? We didn't really see too many sales yesterday, but I'm wondering if others saw a lot of sales since the price went up. And that might be good, because I think that might be good because you might have people pulling out of those really high dollar accounts that might be inactive and putting it in newer creators who are active.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see the psychological aspects of when the price of BitClout goes up, because like you said, the price of the larger creator coins are really going to see a steep increase. And it's going to, in comparison, relative to the higher coin values, the lower ones, like the ones that people just come on the platform starting with like a $0 coin value, they're going to be relatively cheaper than they were previously. So do we see people pulling from some of the bigger creators and moving to some of the smaller creators when the price goes up? And maybe we'll see the opposite when the price goes down. People start getting back into the larger coin creators. I mean, the value is not really changing in terms of BitClout, but psychologically, I think it's going to have some sort of effect.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the third piece of news is kind of a little bit depressing, but I guess we could have expected it, is Robert Breedlove. He's a Bitcoin maximalist who's big on Twitter. I think it was on, I guess it was Thursday, he claimed his account, Thursday or Friday. And he claimed his account and he made a post about he's not endorsing BitClout, but he's checking it out. And his coin value soared. I mean, it went up, I think it was up to like $2,200. And once it was up there, as you know, these creators who don't have their accounts claimed, they're building up their asset, their holdings of their own coin through the founder reward. And he had, I think, like 35 coin in there worth, $2,200 a piece. So he probably had over $100,000, and he pulled it all out and cashed it out. So, and his coin value fell to, I think, around $300. So he took the money, screwed over everybody who believed in him, everybody who was like, I think this guy, I think he's going to come with BitClout, and I think he's going to like it, and I think he's going to take part in it. It's really great that this Bitcoin maximalist is, saying BitClout has some potential. So I think it was a pretty crappy move on his part, but at the same time, if it's there for the taking, I mean, I guess you can't really complain, but it might give people an incentive not to invest in these unverified or unclaimed accounts on BitClout and put their money into some of the smaller up and coming creators who are actually active on the platform.
This is my issue with it. Now, he could have claimed his account without getting people excited. He could have said, I'm claiming my account just so I can get my BitClout out.
Exactly.
Do it that way. Instead,
he pumped it up. He basically pumped and dumped his own coin.
And it's really crappy. I mean, you're screwing over the people that think that you're going to be good on the platform. And it's like, it had to have been some of his own fans, even though they're probably Bitcoin maximalists. There's better ways to do it than that. If he wanted to cash out the clout that he gained, then just say, hey, I'm signing up to take my clout out, allow people to sell if they want to sell, and then take whatever's in there. But you say, hey, I'm joining BitClout, I'm claiming my account, and then immediately taking it out and screwing everybody over. It's scummy.
Yeah, because so many people bought his coin when he said, I'm claiming my account, checking it out. I don't really have an opinion on it. Let me read what he said. He said, let me be clear, I do not endorse or support BitClout. I am an independent critical thinker developing a thesis that I soon intend on expressing. I do not recommend buying any assets on BitClout. I do recommend critical thinking before making any financial decision. So he basically is going to use that as his out. I didn't tell anyone to.
Yeah,
I said I don't recommend buying assets. So when they bought this coin, they're buying assets.
But this big Bitcoin maximalist that everybody knows of, not everybody, but a good deal of crypto people know of, is joining BitClout to explore it and investigate it. Like he got people.
And that tweet came later. Before that, when he actually claimed his account, and this is when people likely bought, he just posted the URL to his account and he said, the purpose of this tweet is to unlock my BitClout profile. This tweet is not an endorsement of BitClout. I am not, nor have I ever been, paid by BitClout. I have no affiliation with BitClout whatsoever beyond the customer relationship involved with the setup of this profile. So at that point, everybody's like, oh wow, this Bitcoin guy's getting in. He's going to be on the platform. I'm going to go out and buy his coin. Why didn't he post that other message then? Why did he wait until people bought his coin? And
well, even the other message was kind of vague, and it made people believe that he was investigating it and looking into it. Like just say, hey, I'm considering selling my coin.
When he claimed his coin, he should have said, I am not sure what I'm going to do. I may sell all of my coin and take the profits. If he said that, people wouldn't have put thousands upon, hundreds of thousands of dollars into his account or whatever they put in. And it was a crappy move, but I think we're probably going to see more people do this. Hopefully the Bitcoin maximalists don't start doing this in order to kind of screw over BitClout. But at the same time, I think it's an incentive not to put money into unverified accounts, at least not so much, and maybe focus on people who are actually building up the platform. Some of the smaller creators, some of the creators who are developing on the platform, some of the creators who are look to be consistent and look to have a future on the platform. I think that's where you're going to make money by investing into creator coins. And that's not financial advice. That's just my opinion. and my opinion could be wrong.
Yeah, I think that's probably a good place to leave off. Day 87, right?
So you got a haircut. I didn't recognize you at first. You don't look
Yeah,
like
happy
me.
Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day to you too. And everybody else out there, all the fathers, happy Father's Day. And we will see you tomorrow.